Good morning, my Graveling ghouls, Graveling growls, everybody in the chat. You don't gotta be a legal Levi, but welcome, welcome. Just a word of warning. This camera is probably going to lag a little bit because I have my other camera plugged in for the Dynasty box opening. So it's a little overloaded, I think. But, you know, it's whatever. We'll fix it once the Dynasty boxes are open. But before we get into that, because honestly, I'm not a huge fan of box opening content, not gonna lie. It's not my favorite. Just because at the end of the day, I just feel FOMO like you wouldn't believe. I just really wish it was me opening the boxes. So that's what we've got today. I haven't opened any Dynasty properly yet. I opened 4 packs at Shapeshifter Sealed over the weekend, and I split a box with Jeremy. So I've not opened a full box yet, but we do have some today. Excuse me. Let me catch up on chat. You mentioned Crazy Brew Droma in a tweet recently and referred to a stream. Where can that video be seen? Perfect. I'm glad you asked. Let's find it together. It was definitely before Cornet Ice Lexi. It might have been here. Let's check. See, I put all of the timestamps in on the bottom. Levi versus Drumline. Now, it looks like this was an all Levi day. Maybe it was this day? I mean, there's been a lot of streams. So, let's find it, though. CC Dromai versus Dash. Announcements. No, I think the day that I played it, I actually linked the Crazy Brew in the description. I'm pretty sure. So it should be as easy as finding wherever that link is. Jesus, man. Too many streams. Too many streams. We'll find it. Sorry. 1 second. Another good one. These Dromai games. Oh, I think this was it. This is it. Look, here we go. This is the Crazy Brew Dromai. So it is on Worlds Testing on Talishar number 8. So I can link that for you. Here you go. Yeah, you know, the titles are pretty static because, you know, they don't, I don't have a plan for what the day is going to be, so they're just numbers. But the description should get updated with, all the chapters. And if there's, some spicy list, then it's probably there as well. Counterpoint says, other Ethan, not enough streams. Counterpoint to your counterpoint, Ethan. I've been freaking busy, dude. You see the things we've pulled off here on the Man Saying YouTube channel? It's been a crazy, crazy 4 weeks. Here we go. I mean, just to recap it, right? It's been 4 weeks on the road of Columbus Battle Hardened, to which I came back home for a day, to then fly out to Denver, and then Denver Battle Hardened, and then flew straight over to San Jose, where I spent a week in a testing house. You got some of that. Then I went to Worlds, and then came back for about 2 days, and went off to SEGCon over in Philadelphia, which I just got back from. Yeah, and you can already see, I think the community very much enjoyed this this final piece, the piece of resistance that I was building up to with this Battle Hardened stream. I really could not have been happier with the reception from the community, from Flesh and Blood, from LSS, from James White. James White even tweeting out, look at this. James White. You know, this dude doesn't actually tweet out much. He normally replies, but this is a tweet. This is a tweet. Look at his account here. He really doesn't tweet out many things, right? It's retweets. It's retweets. It's retweets. It's retweets. It's retweets. It's retweets. But James White, dearest man in my heart, he made a tweet just for me, and he called me buddy. It was so sweet. When someone told me that he'd done that, I really started tearing up. It was incredible. Because to build the full picture here, SCGCon. You want to see something that's a little salty? Look at this. SCGCon, they posted pictures. They tweeted out pictures of the top 8, everything that's going on. Let's see if we can find them. For the Battle Hardened and all that. Let's see where it is. That was the PTI event, so it's a little further back. Little further back, little further back. Little further back. My god, they tweet out so many bland pictures. Come on, where are you at? Sorry. There are so many pictures. Jesus. Okay, here's the deal, right? Okay, here's a picture. Here's a great example. SEGCon tweets out this picture, right? No link to the stream. No mention that it's like me. Nothing. Like, they don't share. They don't share anything to do with the YouTube link, the stream. They never tweeted it out at any point. But they're happy enough to try to drop me for clout. Because then they post a picture of me, and yeah, I look pissed. And they at me in this sense, right? It's just like, I don't get it. I don't get it in full. Like, SEGCon, in theory, should have been so happy. Because I coordinated them like weeks before to try to just make sure I had permission to just show up and not get thrown out. And that's like pretty much about the reception I received. It was, yeah, I was able to show up. I got like a few conversations in that were a little tense. And then in the end, I didn't get thrown out. But did I get like a ton of help? Not really. I didn't really expect to get a ton of help, to be fair. But there was just no initiative shown at all to like support the stream once it was going, once there were little technical difficulties. None of that. Nothing to even help spread it on their platforms. Even though a lot of the staff came up one by one and said, oh my God, like we love this. Thank you so much. SEGCon in total didn't help in that regard. But I mean, that's okay. I didn't really expect it. It's just the difference, right? The difference between like James personally going out of his way to share that versus SEG just using a picture of me at me and all that, and then post pictures of the stream but not include any links to it. Oh, it's just weird. Just a little weird. But there we go. The stream overall, I think, went pretty well. There were definitely some hiccups just because we were 2 stories underground in this basement. And what that meant is for the live viewers, it was buffering like a bit too much, to be fair, a bit too much. But the VOD is finally up, and the VOD looks great. I mean, you can watch it in 1080p. Yeah, there's some lost frames. There are some lost frames, but overall, I mean, it's pretty remarkable that we got this, that we got this on YouTube. Now with perfect internet, it really would have been the show I wanted it to be. But hey, we made do with what we could. And we even had some amazing people turn up, like Brian Gottlieb. Well, actually, first of all, we'll go in order. Tommy Fresh joined me to cast a game. We had Brian Gottlieb, literal game designer for Flesh and Blood. Literal game designer for Flesh and Blood, showed up. He wasn't even at SEGCon. He just showed up because I asked him to, because he apparently lives in the area. So he dropped by in the midst of him and his wife enjoying the casino to just jump in and cast a game. And also just share nothing but compliments over how this was being done, some tips for next time, on and on. I mean, the dude's a legend, so I really enjoyed that. And then we had Matt Fulks cast in the finals here, and you have this whole clip of him just fangirling over Rose for like 10 minutes at the end, which I find hilarious. Because overall, this stream was really... It captured something really exciting. It captured the rise of a new meta mainstay in Dash, and it also captured Rose, a pretty new to the scene in terms of like competitive player who just showed up and destroyed. She was on camera 3 times. And I don't think there's any question in like how well she played today. It was just, or yesterday, or rather 2 days ago. It was just incredible. So overall, huge success, I think, regardless of the difficulties. It is what it is. And one of my favorite parts about the weekend, it was just a minor thing. And unfortunately, we did lose some of the clips of it. Because this, if the stream was doing like some catch up, then it would just like lose some of the recorded footage. But this whole ambient cam was so much fun. There were people coming up, like doing little dances, high-fiving, like, you know, waving to the camera. And it added, I hope, to the sense of like, you know, you're at the event, you know, you're there. You're not just watching the casters. You're enjoying the event and enjoying the people and enjoying the personalities, whether they're on camera or not. So I was just really happy with this overall. I think it landed really well. And hopefully it leads to more things in the future, because this whole setup is packed to move. The whole idea is that it fits in a suitcase and a duffel bag, like in its entirety. You know, that is ready to fly. That is ready to go anywhere and just record and stream and bring coverage to any location that wants it. Obviously, you know, SCGCon is, you know, was like a decent place to debut it because it is a convention itself. But, you know, ideally, even for something like a ProQuest, hey, like it's worth it. It's easy enough to travel out and set up and do. and just put out more Flesh and Blood content that the world wants to see, so that the game grows and people fall in love with it. So anyway, that's like a little recap of the stream. It was just so much fun. It like nonstop, almost 10 hours of stream just ended up being just so much fun. No burnout, actually. There was like one time I got hungry and I maybe crashed a bit, but for the rest of it, it was just so much fun. But anyway, there we go. Oh, and also on the official like Fab site, they also linked it, right? So just to dip back into the difference between how SCGCon treated this versus LSS. And what's hilarious is that when I was setting it up, I tried to put this background. They have like these LSS banners. I tried to put the LSS banners in the background so that when you saw the players, you'd actually have this in the background rather than just like random white and black walls, right? Let me pull this back up. Right, so you see this, it's just kind of like wasted space. I tried to put the banners there, and SCGCon told me that no, LSS wouldn't like that. I'm like, okay, you guys just don't know LSS then. Like, what's going on here? Of course they'd like that. And I like them and they like me. Like, there's just no loss here, but I wasn't allowed. But, that would have been just one more little thing to improve the stream. I think overall, I'm going to invest in better microphones. Using an open mic was not great for the casters, just because there was a lot of leaning back and forth and turning that made the audio a little inconsistent, but actual headsets should be nice, I think. So little things to tweak. But hey, for a first run at this, we're almost at 14K views, and it's only been out for like a day and a half. So appreciate all the support, people. It was awesome. And with that, let me catch up on chat as well. You single-handedly made a better stream than other bigger teams has achieved across numerous events. Well, to be fair, Martin, it's been like a year. It's been a year of tinkering. I didn't just like have an epiphany and put it all together. It has taken a long time to figure out the setup and how it works and how to make things the easiest to pull off. But it still was one person over the course of a year, not spending too much time on it. It was always here or there when the seasons were worth recording. Then it was, pull out the setup again and tinker and tweak. But yeah, I do think it really did rival some of the official coverage we've seen, which I thought was awesome. And to Brian's credit, Brian Gottlieb, he did mention like, look, if you have the ability to wire in, like remote casters, this really might be the way to stream going forward. Just have a mobile setup, cut out the middleman of hiring like big conventions to do all the streaming. Just get a community member to dart around and set it up with these mobile setups that definitely can pull the quality that's needed. But then the casting talent at that point maybe doesn't even have to be there. They can just be called in and really make this a more mobile experience in general, rather than kind of the old ways of how coverage used to work. So he had big ideas about like, wow, this is great. The mobility is awesome. How do we keep reinventing this? So I really like talking with Brian, honestly. MTG Tourney was bigger and didn't have coverage, but Fab did. How the turntables. MTG doesn't have the Sandman spice. Yeah, there's a couple MTG people who do pull off these homebrew streams. I think there's someone named Anurag, but he wasn't there that weekend. But I did hear from a lot of people that like, whoa, this is like an Anurag setup, blah, blah, blah. So I do wonder what his stuff was like. I should go look. Having people to stop by and do deck techs would make your streams ascend to God tier, but I know it's probably time consuming. Actually, Martin, that is something I had planned. We're of the same mind here. I had planned, I was going to have my phone with like an actual mic and little hand cam and like ring light. And I was going to have it connected to OBS. Actually, I don't need to hold it up here. You can see it here. I was going to have that connected. And it was going to be streaming to OBS through DroidCam. And then I could go over to wherever the player was, whether they were on stream or not, and actually kind of weave right in to that homebrew deck tech style where, you see the angle like this, and they can talk through it. And I almost pulled it off. I just couldn't find a Best Buy that was open late enough for me to get those last pieces of gear. But that is something I wanted to do. Another good suggestion we had from people was a like winner's screen, which was a good idea because definitely there was some lack of clarity. Like if you're watching it without audio, then people couldn't necessarily tell who won because not everyone taps the life to 0. They just like, say, okay, like game over, GG, handshake, whatever. So like a winner's screen would actually be quite nice, and that's not hard to do either. So I think that'll also be worked into the next one. In the vein of your videos where you invite people to talk about decks. Oh, yeah. Pull that. You made a great coverage, and I think it's one of the best setups to watch games. Good camera angles, clean audio, and easy information like card descriptions, life totals, besides the problems with the internet being denied. Yeah, although from what I heard, honestly, maybe it's not even SCGCon's fault in the end. The internet supposedly is just awful at that venue. There's just not much you can do. The venue is just so far underground that it has issues. Because in theory, like right now, I'm streaming from home, and I've got it at like 5,000 kilobytes per second, and it's completely fine. There's like ultra low latency. I mean, there's some lag just because the cameras are overloading my PC, but 0 drop frames, right? Meanwhile, at the Battle Hardened, we were getting like 10,000 kilobytes per second, which in theory is double, but there was no way to get it without all the lag spikes and stuff, just because yeah, the inconsistencies were there. Anyway, it was really cool to see the Battle Hardened great event. Oh, thank you, man. Zombate. Who were you? I don't recognize everyone's names, but a lot of people definitely came up and were like, oh, I watch your streams all the time. And some people have recognizable names at this point. Y'all are becoming regulars, gotta say. But enough of that. Actually, let me update Clash next week. Oops. New stream schedule, that's still true. Clash this weekend. Oops. Weekend. Oops, what did this even say? SGCon stream. Success. Wins, losses, sorry. It's very far away. I have to turn around just to see it. Okay, I think that's good. Resize this. Beautiful. Pop that box open, boy. Yeah, you guys are about to see like the most scuffed box opening stream on the internet because, first of all, I like suck at opening packs. I don't even think I could be good if I tried. My hand's too weak. But a couple things. Check this out. Get the mouse out of here. I was the Dorinthia. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that was a savage. That was a savage game. Okay, so here's the deal. I ordered 3 boxes from Team Covenant. Team Covenant sent out these promos, right? And if anyone has ordered from Team Covenant before, please answer this question, because I have no idea. This is my first time with them. But, it's taped shut. I have way too sharp a knife for this. We're gonna do it. I might lose a finger on stream. Get ready. So they sent out these SAP promos, right? They sent out these SAP promos. And I figured since I ordered 3 boxes, I was gonna get 3 of like the correct color, which I guess in this case is red, right? But instead I got 1 blue, 1 yellow, 1 red. Is that normal, or am I missing cards? Like, was I supposed to get 3 per box? I have no idea. So someone who's ordered from Team Covenant before, please let me know. Because I kind of figured I'd either get 3 reds or maybe 3 sets per. That's normal? Damn. That's unfortunate. That's actually the only reason. Hey, someone tipped. Martin, thank you so much. That's literally like the only reason I actually ordered 3 boxes specifically. Is because I wanted a full playset. But that's alright. Because I really don't like buying boxes because I don't play enough decks in this game to warrant everything you can pull in a box. But on top of that, this set in particular, I'm really not chasing anything. Like, if whatever I open is probably just for trade. Because if someone else needs it, then that takes priority over whatever I care about. But check these out as well. Hey, Cutie Pie. Hey, Matt, are you back in the UK? Are you back to your fireman training? I am doing decent. We're about to open some packs, sleeve everything up in these juicy Lego Leviathan sleeves. Look at this. Look at how good these look. This is done by hand, people. Just FYI. I traced over this shit by hand. Oops, I don't need to turn it upside down. To make it look this crisp and clear. This is now a vector. So in theory, you could scale this to any size, but Man, I'm really in love with how the sleeves came out this time. And you can get them on my website. So plug there. Plug there. A couple people already ordered. I need to send them out, to be fair. All right. Let's do middle box first. Middle box. Put these to the side. Oh, okay. Now, out of all the packs I opened so far, I pulled... I think the only thing to note was like a Blazing Roy and a Regicide. And that was out of maybe like 16 packs. CNC incoming? Oh, I love the Faith. Thank you. Actually, that's fair. I would like the new CNCs, and I would like the Emperor. I would be happy with either of those. You know, I'm keeping my expectations low. I'd be okay with an Emperor. Yeah, I'd be okay with a CNC. Come on. Alright, when I tell you I suck at pack opening, you're literally about to see why. Like, I just can't do it. I normally use my teeth, but we won't do that today. Alright. This over here, get all the trash. My cats will love to play with this box. So put it over here. Alright. Packs to the side. Let's go. Now, luckily, these are paper. It definitely got a lot easier to open when they converted to paper. I'm very happy with that. All right. How do people sort stuff? Is it just stack of commons? Probably. All right. Commons, 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 commons. Foil common with Madcap Muscle. That's all right. I actually really like this card, so that's pretty cool. This is a Clash card, baby. Clash and Commoner. So that's all right. Just rares in that first pack there. All right, commons, 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 commons. Okay, there we go. See, the cool thing about these packs is you can get up to 5 rares in a pack just because of how the assassin slots work. So here we go. 5 cards in. We found a rare already. Back to a common in that slot. A foil. And then our first Majestic, BIOS update. BIOS update. You notice my glasses are really staying in place. Oh, yeah. Wait. Are you Pascal or a friend of Pascal's, Devin? Because he really was such a huge help. There's a person, a friend of mine at this point, who watches the chat a lot. He's big in, he's a big fan of Go Again Gaming as well, is how I met him. But his name's Pascal. He's from Switzerland. And, all right, there's our foil. And he's an optometrist by trade, or an optician, something like that. And at Worlds, in the midst of us like hanging out, oh, the story from Paul. Oh, he told that story. Oh, it's such a funny story. Or we'll retell it. Here we go. We'll retell it. So I'm hanging out with Go Again Gaming. We got Tall Timmy in the house, a couple other friends. One of the people there was Pascal. And Pascal, in the midst of us like drinking at this bar, right? Hornet Sting. Oh, this one's interesting. I mean, Clash playable, right? So we got to start paying attention to these. Which, speaking of, the Clash tournament kicks off this Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We've got the recording of all those in progress now, so look out for that. Yeah, so we're drinking at the bar. And in the midst of some conversation, Pascal goes, I'm sorry. Like, every time I watch your stream, I get so annoyed that you push up your glasses. You must have had a horrible optometrist. Let me see. And I'm like, whoa, buddy, calm down. I've never even thought about the fact that my glasses slip. I thought that was normal. And he goes, no way. Like, as an optometrist, it is our job to make sure your glasses stick. And your optometrist must have just done such a bad job. Let me see. So he, like, picks up my hair, which there's a lot of it, peeps behind my ear, like, you know, takes a look at, like, how it's resting on my nose, everything like that. And at this bar, he starts tinkering with my glasses, like, pulls them off, pull this here, puts them back on, look, takes them off, bend. And I gotta say, he fixed it. He really did fix it. So props to Pascal. And then throughout the next 3 days of Worlds, he would check in on me and say, are they slipping? Does your ear hurt? Are you okay? Like, how's the bridge of your nose? Like, on and on and on. And it was just, I really appreciated it. No one has paid that much attention to my glasses in my entire life. Oh, here we go. Cold Foil Ornate Tessin. Beautiful. That's really sexy. I don't know if this card's actually that good, but it is pretty. Then we got another 2 rares. Alright. Keep going. When will we get a full Clash stream? So this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're kicking off the Clash tournament. So if you got to see kind of the ad spot that I made for the live stream, that's a foil rare. I'll also put that with the rares. And we got Phantasmal Symbiosis. I like this card a lot. I mean, it's definitely a Prism card more than anything. But maybe Prism comes back, right? Yeah, full Clash streams. Clash is like something I really want to dig into. I just wanted to wait for the huge amount of just CC, Blitz, like draft events to just be over with, so that there was more room to focus on a fan format, right? And that's now. The time. Oh, is that a double foil? Well, it is a double foil. Man, I suck at this. I'm not making it very exciting, am I? This is cool. I paid like $6 for these back in the day, and now look, they get reprinted. Getting hosed, man. Getting hosed. But yeah, now that there's no official events up until like mid-January, it is the perfect time for Clash, which was the entire idea when we scheduled the Clash tournament, which is kicking off this weekend, just to fill some of the... Oh, isn't this the one that's like super expensive? It's not foil, but I'm pretty sure this is the one that got bought out recently and just was like, yeah, everyone's specking on it. That's cool. So yeah, after Clash kicks off this weekend, I think it'll be a lot of fun to just dive even deeper into that format, because someone pointed out to me this weekend, and I thought this was amazing, actually. I didn't even think of this. You're going to call me a liar, but I really didn't think of this. The fact that the Classic Battles decks are actually Clash decks. Like, they are, straight out of the box. Classic Battles decks are Clash decks, because their Majestics are all in the Weapon, Hero, and Hero Specialization slot. And what does that mean? That means they're Clash playable. So that's pretty exciting. I think there's a huge possibility here to really push Clash as like that intro format of, hey, pick up Classic Battles, and you've got 2 Clash decks, like just ready to go. And you can continue to tinker with them by adding in a bit of sideboard spice, figure out some cards you like, on and on and on. And it's just such an easy selling point. And I even got to talk to Brian Gottlieb about it. And he did say that he fully supports what Clash is trying to do. We got a foil. He fully supports what Clash is trying to do, and really thinks that any niche of the game should get explored. So that was nice, because he's not speaking for LSS officially when he says that, obviously, but just to hear someone actually praise it was nice, because Clash really has not been that much of a hot topic recently, just because of Worlds and all that, which I totally get. Buckle. This one, I actually do want to start playing Bravo, and I'm pretty sure you run this as like maybe a 2 of, maybe 1 or 2 of. So I like that. Surgical Extraction is currently $40. Nice. Even the non-foil, that's crazy. Tessin probably offhand for Arakni. Yeah, I've seen people try that. We did play one Arakni game and actually win when we were on double Spider's Bite and they were on 1 Spider's Bite. So, in my very biased opinion, double Spider's Bite is still more functional. But hey, that's one game. Okay. Nothing too exciting, honestly. This box is pretty mid. And I don't have high expectations for supplemental sets. When I was buying in on Crucible, I definitely bought too many. I probably bought like 6 boxes. And I never hit anything of note. Never hit a Shiana. Never hit the Shard. It was just kind of okay. They were just okay pulls throughout. And once again, so far just okay. Do Spider's Bite come in Marvel rarity? I don't think they come in Marvel. The Marvel stuff is like the throne room stuff. Visit the Imperial Forge. So actually in Shapeshifter Draft, that was played on the first day at SEGCon, I was running Arakni with 1 Kadachi, or no, I was running Phi with 1 Kadachi, 1 Spider's Bite, and I pulled a couple of these and they were insane. Actually, that's not fair. They weren't insane, but in theory they were cool. Because not a lot of people had equipment, so the piercing didn't really come up. But it was fun to be like, visit the Imperial Forge, Kadachi, and Spider's Bite. Now I have piercing too. It never did anything. Never did anything. But it was fun in my head. In the Shapeshifter draft, I went, what, like X1 or something? My deck was not very good, and on top of that, I was told in the midst of like round 3 that my deck was actually illegal. I couldn't play Spider's Bite with Fi, which I did not understand. I thought it was Shapeshifter, you could do anything. But no, they told me I couldn't do that, and so they took away my weapon mid-game, and that was not fun. Alright, Cryptic Crossing. I also pulled this card in a Shapeshifter draft, and all I did with it was once my weapon got banned, I switched to Rhinar, and I used this as a 6. So, it's nice memory. Card was decent. If you cash out from Crucible, it's now $3. If you have cash out from Crucible... Oh, the card. Cash in. Yes, yes, yes. I probably have a couple of those. I don't have much to my name. I really did lose most of my decks still coming back from France. But the decks that I'm interested in rebuilding are probably like Dromai. And Dromai I do have a lot of stuff for because all my Uprising bulk was still at home. But I do want to build Bravo, and Bravo would take complete rebuilding. I lost that deck. Come on. Where's the excitement? Let's pull something no one's seen before. Are there any, like... There's probably some extended arts that still freak people out. I pulled a foil Yoji from a prize pack, and it was extended art, and I freaked out because I thought it was super rare. I looked it up. Nah, it was like maybe $3. Nothing special. Another Ornate Tesson. But it definitely got me excited. Are you hearing this? Is this like decent ASMR? Maybe it is. The FedEx thing is a legit loss. Yeah, and they don't want to pay the claim, and I really need to start this lawsuit or I won't get any help, but I don't want to. Alright, Regicide. Already pulled this, and this one's not even the exciting art, so bit of a wash on our M slot there. That's alright. Oh, but it's a double M. Mindset of Tiger. Decent. This is not the insane one. The other one is, the other one's good. I'm not sure. Is this one even good? At the start of your turn, destroy Mindset of Tiger, then create a Crouching Tiger in hand. This does not seem like a lot of value in a card here. I mean, it's a 0 for 3, so you're going to run it in like that Katsu list because it's just a Kodachi enabler. But playing that out does not seem that good. Maybe it's about like a critical mass type of thing, where that extra 1 with all the other multipliers really does push it above the curve. Alright, we pulled Arakni. This is actually awesome. I'm sure we would find this eventually in 3 boxes, but regardless, I do want to build him in Blitz. So that's cool. I'll leave him out. He's special to me. Then we got a foil Cleave. Pretty much unplayable right now, but I'm pretty sure that'll come up one day, right? Losses like yours are the main reason I haven't sent anything in for grading. Yeah, I mean, the whole FedEx thing, that was definitely a unique situation. It can't be too common, right? It just can't be. Otherwise, why would anyone ship anything? Crouching Tiger in hand means you can banish it to Art of War. Oh, that's a nice interaction. So you banish it, but then the Crouching Tiger is playable with some of the other cards that say it is playable from banish. That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, we got a foil something or other. Foil Imperial Ledger. Is this the one that Dromai might play? Shuffle Imperial Ledger into your owner's deck, create a copper. If you're a royal, instead create a gold token. I don't know. Does this get played at all? Probably not. It's a non-block red. So, you know, Dromai likes the adaptability in her reds. I guess maybe you're always pitching a red, so it's fine. And maybe you just have room to create a gold and set up for Ash later in the game. I don't know. I don't think you run that, though, but it's an option. And I do want to start exploring Dromai for sure. Alright, that was the first box here. So, in terms of M's, we had BIOS Update. We had Phantasmal. Cryptic. Surgical. I guess this is the big money one, but, I mean, it doesn't break even on the box, I don't think. Buckle. A Regicide, a Mind State, and then 2 foil M's. And this cold foil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's normal for these boxes? 9 seems like maybe 1 higher than normal. Is that right? I feel like you normally get 8. So maybe that was one higher than normal, but overall not that exciting. Can we get a 10-second update on the lost equipment? All right, 10-second update is FedEx won't talk to me still because I'm not the client. They will only talk to the airline because the airline's the one that hired them to ship the bag. The problem is the airline doesn't care about giving me updates every time I push them for updates because it's not their battle. But at the same time, they're the only ones that will talk to FedEx because FedEx literally won't give me any information, which is ridiculous. Every time I get an update from the airline says FedEx has no update. The last update I heard was that FedEx was willing to pay out the claim, which got me excited. But then I got an email, or not an email, I got a letter from FedEx that said they only valued the claim at $100. So then I had to go back and talk to the airline, and the airline said they agree, that is incorrect, that they would be willing to help push up to like $1,600 because that's what's covered under like international airline law. The issue is we're kind of not in that area anymore because FedEx received the package, right? Like this is not the airline losing the bag. The airline might be able to cover $1,600, but like FedEx should be able to cover what it was actually worth because we're not under international airline law anymore. They just straight up lost my bag with a tracking number. Like who freaking knows what happened? But once again, FedEx won't talk to me. And now we're still waiting for another update from them talking to the airline. And it's just like so dumb, such a mess that it's a lawsuit at this point. Like it just has to be. Otherwise, it's not going to go anywhere. They're just going to wait for me to forget about it. And Jesus, man, I'm in debt over all this still because I figured I would get the money back. So I had to spend the money that I thought I was going to get back from the claim to buy all the new equipment that I needed so that I wouldn't miss another opportunity to stream because I was supposed to stream SCGCon Dallas, which would have been insane because there wouldn't have been internet issues at that venue. But I couldn't because I didn't own anything. So I had to bite the bullet, buy everything. Now I need to pay off those bills, but FedEx doesn't want to help. So it's crazy. Like, it's awful. And that was more than 10 seconds, but that's all we're going to talk about it because it's just so frustrating. But we'll get there. We'll start something eventually. All right, next box. Next box. My playmat is now covered in glitter, which I thought was actually fixed. I haven't seen people complain about that since, what was it, like Everfest was really when people got on their high horse about it. But no, it's definitely happening here. Packs. 24 packs a box. You put foil book in a normal pile? No, that was a foil rare. Foil rare. Do you have a hero breakdown of the Battle Hardened? No. So some of that stuff was also unfortunate because I asked SCGCon, like if I was running the event, right? Like if not running it, but if I had more control over the running of the event, like at a smaller ProQuest or something, I always ask. I always say like, hey, can I get the hero breakdown? And they always oblige because like, why not? And I make an overlay and it's cool and exciting and people get a read on the meta, whatever. The issue with SCGCon was that they didn't actually collect that data ever. And when I asked like, hey, can someone count the deck list? They just didn't have the staff to do that. And they also weren't just going to hand me over everyone's deck list. So no, we never really found out what the hero breakdown was, which is, that's unfortunate because it's an interesting data point. From what I can tell you though, there was a ton of dash. Dang it, man. That's our second young Arakni. There was a ton of dash. There wasn't a lot of Arakni. I didn't see a single Azalea, which is very upsetting. I wanted to get one for stream. But Levi just didn't show up, And if Levi's not there, then like, was there really an Azalea even at the event? I saw one Leviah, but they lost early, so I couldn't get them for stream. I saw a couple Rhinars, but by the time that we had a slot for them on camera, they had all lost and were not in the running. So that was also unfortunate. Oh, this is a foil, isn't it? That's kind of cool. I want to try that build. There's a Centauri Saber, Quicksilver Dagger, Dorinthia just waiting to get played, and I really want to be the one to do it. But there we go. Yeah. Was Ward the head judge? He was, but he was very hard to pin down because he wasn't. Well, actually, no, he wasn't the head judge. He was at SCGCon, but he wasn't running the Flesh and Blood stuff. The Flesh and Blood stuff was a mix of a bunch of different other judges who were all friendly, like in their own right, like one by one. I got to talk to most of them. But Ward was definitely very, very busy. Very busy. We got a foil. Oh, that's just a common. Never mind. Oh, this is fun. This is not fun. This one's the bad one. But this is fun. Spellfray Tiara is actually new as a Spell Void piece. And there are some decks that maybe truly want to run this. Not entirely sure, but that's a maybe. It's a maybe. Are you in the Midwest? I used to live in Kalamazoo, so I would go to Chicago every now and again. Definitely no Levi. But no, now I live in upstate New York. Very lonely. Oh, Leave No Witnesses. Beautiful. This card is amazing. I mean, literally beautiful, on top of it being quite good in play as well. And then we got some rares, and that's that. Yep, you're American, so it must be a lawsuit. Well, here's the deal, though. I've never, ever once thought about suing anybody. Never been one to care about lawsuits. I don't have anyone to really rely on in that regard either. I don't know anyone who's tried to do it solo. But from the internet, I've gathered that, you know, small claims court is probably the right way to go about it, on and on. It's just a huge hassle. It just is. And, you know, we've been busy. So now it's probably the time to spend figuring that out. Just because Flesh and Blood slowed down a bit. Another foil yellow. Visit the Imperial Forge. Where's my reds? Beautiful. Yeah, and to Ward's credit, I talked to Jared and Ward going into the event about just like my readiness to adapt and like make this as easy as possible for SCGCon. So I did get, you know, I was received well by them, I think, overall. But SCGCon as a whole was not willing to go above and beyond, which I understand. Like, at an individual level, they probably did want to help. But, you know, it is a huge risk for SCGCon to just say, yeah, we'll back this dude that we don't really know yet. The issue was I was floundering over some things like the internet, and I would have really appreciated, you know, the heroes save where they just come in and, you know, our homie. Brainstorm. I've seen some fun theories about this, but nothing that's actually pulled off anything special yet. Oh, yes. Here we go. Oh yeah, I should actually clear out all these packs as well. On the floor you go. On the floor you go. Pick them up later. Okay. Alright, nothing special in that pack. Sorry, there was a foil. Madcap Charger. Nothing special. Is this what people normally do for pack openings? You just kind of like skip everything unless it's spicy? Because, I'm sorry, but like I don't really want to go over every common and rare. But if there's nothing spicy, then it's kind of a wash of a stream, isn't it? Rumble Grunting should come in cold foil, best card. Hey, once again, Brute's got the no extended art treatment. Just for the record, back in Everfest, we didn't get any extended arts. Like Swing Big didn't come as an extended art, which was kind of nuts because, like, you know, things like Pulverize did. And once again, no special art treatment for Brute. We really get the short end of the stick, don't we? We really do. Thank you, Nick. Do you think there... Oh, hold on. Let me read up a bit. I'm newish to Fab. Do you ever see common rares spike up above 50? Not really. I think some of the older rares now, like cash in, someone mentioned in the chat, are up to like $3. But that's because they were from a supplemental that ended up being kind of hard to get in the US. So to find stock of it now, like, is not super common. So, I mean, I guess that can happen, right? But overall, no. Spectral Procession. This one's funky, right? If you can make this a 0 for 4, it's probably still not good enough because it doesn't have Go Again or anything, and it has Phantasm. So you want this to be like a 0 for 5, maybe. Maybe that makes it good enough. I don't know. Card's pretty mid, though. It's for an archetype that doesn't exist yet. Do you think any of these Brute cards will actually see play? Yes. I don't think today's going to be the stream for it because I haven't actually brewed it. But from having a lot of conversations with people over the weekend, I really want to build Brute now. I think most people just don't understand how to play with some of the new cards. Oh, here we go. Foil Jabil, Spellbane. This is cool. Is this like the Emperor's actual weapon or what? It kind of looks like it's for well, I guess it's not for Kasai because she's literally got Centauri Sellsword in her name, but it's got the background of Kasai. Carl says just one more box. Thank you. Yeah, if this box isn't spicy, right, then we'll need the help. We'll need the help. Dig a bit deeper. Thank you. Appreciate it. Jabil. These were all the commons. Fate Foreseen and Synchlo's Red are commons over $1. Is that still true? They've been reprinted to oblivion. Is that still true? They used to be, but now you can get them in foreign languages. You can get them in white border. They also come in like the Blitz decks over and over again. Just rares. To be fair, Brute players don't need to flex with Bling. We flex by playing Brute. Yeah, that's super true, ain't it? Now, I still go for the Bling where I can. I literally got those Taiwanese Fate Foreseens just because it's one of the only things to really flex with when you go for Max Rarity and Brute. Speaking of, here's a foil Berserk, which I really don't think I will be playing, truth be told. And I already have one, actually, from my spoiler preview. But hey, that's cool. Might get all three, just naturally here. Spellfray Cloak. This one's kind of funny, because all the other Spellfrays are definitely within the theme of this kind of ethereal, prismatic shield-looking background. Right? But Spellfray Cloak is the one that's not like that. Just the one. The one that's kind of boring. That's a missed opportunity there. Unfortunate. We got Marvel Rock. Hell yeah. True. Marvel Rock. I'd love to pull it. How much is that card worth? Because, I mean, I'll definitely buy it if I don't pull it. Definitely will. Someone says, if you only go over the commons rares if they aren't already revealed. Yeah, that makes sense. We got another Phantasmal Symbiosis. Cool, that's 2 of. Getting our playset ready. For maybe Prism Blitz. That I will never play because I don't own anything for her. Alright. On and on we go. Just a rare, just a foil, just 2 more rares. I was trying to make Rok work, and it was very fun and doable, but it hurts the Blood Rush turns, and often equally or more efficient than playing the hand and having access to Claw on later turns. Okay, here's the deal though. I have this whole idea with Rok, that Rok is actually the same deck. Oh! Rok. Rok. We speak Rok, we pull Rok. Not the Marvel, but we'll take it. I have this whole idea with a Rok deck, that I think the Rok deck is the same deck as the Savage Beatdown, or whatever, is it Savage Beatdown, the 3 for 12? I think that's actually slotted for the same deck. I really do. And I want to build that deck. Because it's going to be like a non-traditional Rhinar deck, obviously. Cost curve is going to be weird, but if you're playing just like a straight Rok deck, then you don't make use of the Blood Rush for sure. Like, almost for sure, I would think. Hey, we still go the Brute route. Look at that, beating trackers. But Blood Rush is just such an insane card. How can you not run it? So if you start running Blood Rush in your deck, then you can actually start to look at the other card, the 3 for 12, because Blood Rush is the kind of card that really makes you pop off. You know, you can lead with it off of a 3-card hand like Pitch a Blue or whatever. Have your Savage Beatdown in Arsenal. Blood Rush is going to draw you 2. Even if you double draw red, you'll be able to then pay for Savage Beatdown. You come in for 14 double into him. And those are the kind of push turns that I think the Rok deck needs, because Rok deck can be value grindy. You just bash Rok, on and on. But how do you win? How do you win? You still need to bake in some of your Intim game plan. But I don't think it's that straightforward as we've seen some other Brute decks play in the past. So I really want to try that. Speaking of trying things, this is one we will not try. I'm not going to try the Cleave deck. Sorry. Man, this box was once again not that great. Any tips for buying $100+ cards online? Do you have any rules? I always blind trust people. I'm way too trusting. Oh, gold. I do need a gold token. Perfect. I mean, on Facebook Marketplace, if you... Or not Facebook Marketplace. The Facebook group Flesh and Blood Marketplace tends to be pretty good. Everyone there has a reference page of some sort, or at least someone who can like vouch in the comments and say +1. So that's always like a good start. Plus, most people who trade on that page are definitely within the community some way or another. So they really are not likely to burn you. It happens, but it's not frequent. So I do just trust the Facebook Marketplace buying group, Flesh and Blood, pretty readily. I have never bought or traded off of Discord. Oh, hey. Cold foil beaten trackers. This I like. This I like. And then triple rares at the back there. Actually, was one of them foil? Oh, nothing of note. Cold foil beaten trackers. All right. Last box. Last box. What was this box? This box was... Actually, I did kind of throw it for a loop because I took that from box number 1. I think this was the box, right? Cold foil beaten trackers, which now means I can put this over here. A gold token, that doesn't count. I just got excited. Cleave, Rock, Phantasmal, Foil Berserk, Foil Jabil, Spectral, Brainstorm, Leave No Dust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 non-foils, 2 foils, and a cold foil. That seems like pretty normal again. Pretty normal. Puts us at 9 again. Box number 1 was also 9 with a cold foil, so seems standard. How many boxes? I only got 3 boxes. I'm a brokey. But there is a donation goal to just buy 1 more box so I can pretend that I opened a true case like everyone else did. Because I only have 3. I don't think these are even from... I might have gotten really screwed here. Maybe these are all from cases that already had hits in them. Who knows? But it's Team Covenant. I do trust them. Let's move this over. Start a new pile for the commons, or that one's going to tip. Okay. Last box, people. Any L? No L. Discord is amazing too? Okay, good, it is. I just haven't used it personally. I should get like hella overwhelmed on Discord. I don't know how people manage being in like 50 different groups. That's probably on the low end. I feel like most people are in way more groups than that. I just don't know how you keep up on everything. I check in on like 2 or 3 Discord channels, and then if anyone ats me in the other ones, I'll look. But that's about it. I feel like I'm just bad at Discord. We got another foil Annals. Whoa! Okay. Foil Invoke Soraya. Now, it's not no cold foil, but this is still pretty darn cool. Look at that. Does it only come in foil? Like foil or cold foil? That would kind of make sense, honestly. That's really cool. Invoke Soraya. This is a legendary, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, so there we go. That's a legendary. Oh, so duh, it only comes in foil or cold foil. Huh. Nice. Not the legendary I was hoping for. Actually, it's like the one I'm least excited about. But I'm sure Prism simps are out there and want it. So that'll be some good trade fodder. Put this over here so people can see. Invoke Soraya. What a subpar reaction for a legendary. It's because I hate Prism. Sorry, folks. Oh, here we go. Foil Hanabi Blaster. We continue with the hot pulls. We like this. Foil Hanabi. Not a Marvel Hanabi, but we'll take it. Where's my triple Looming Doom so I can just become an Ethnic Smoke fanboy and run Viscerai? Come on. Better than Bolton Neck? No, I actually really want to play the Bolton Neck. I do. I do. I love that you're calling it neck as well. Bolton's neck piece. Yeah, in a way, huh? In a way. This. I'm hyped to see how they make the next CC Light Illusionist. I actually talked to Livia Prima about it. I asked her. Hey, Steven, join the league. Thank you. Oh, man, this is really like an Illusionist lineup here. I got 2 of the Majestic. That's actually good, I think. Now, Cold Foil Wave. Not bad. And of course, Soraya too. If Soraya said Prism Specialization, does it? Wow, it doesn't say Prism Specialization. This is almost Clash playable. That'd be so cool, but it's not. Dang, unfortunate. That would actually make me quite excited for it. Help us go full conspiracy here. Someone in chat mentioned Cold Foil being bottom 2 boosters in the left pile. Hey, we'll get there. We'll get there. I mean, we did pull a Cold Foil already. It was Wave of Reality. So I don't know if you can get another one. I don't know how these things are seated. I'm not a pack opener. Second BIOS update. That's not bad. But we'll try it right now. Second from the bottom on the left. 1, 2. That's this one. Let's go for it. You're telling me Cold Foil. Cold Foil what? Crouching Tiger? I've seen it in person now. It is gorgeous. Nope. There it goes already. Nothing. Nothing. Trash pack. Well done. We got the trash pack out the way. And we continue on. I'm not even sure what I'm looking for, right? Like, I guess Skullcrack would be one I would enjoy opening, because it means I just wouldn't have to buy it. Because I definitely will at least try it. Savage Beatdown would have been nice. Marvel Rock. Man, it really is just brute cards, isn't it? Ban whoever said that. Alright, mods. Good at it. Ah, a red Visit the Imperial Forge. That's a common, right? Yeah. Rares. Oh, you know what I should do? Just because people freak out. Let's put this Soraya in a sleeve. In a brand new League of Leviah sleeve that you can buy on my website. Alright, here she goes. This is the only time a Prism card will ever be in a League of Leviah sleeve. You mark my words. Only time ever. There we go. She's safe. My mates just pulled 2 Marvel Tiara from one case. A Black Tech and Prism. Sheesh. Big cases are big. Well, this was not one of them. Madcap Charger? No, nothing already. That's alright. I always just end up buying singles, and it seems like we're in that boat again. You still have an unopened set of those sleeves? Actually, no, these are new. These are the new design. So you've got now relics of the past, David. Sit on them. It'll be worth gold in, I don't know. How long until Leviah is good? 10 months. That's what they say. 10 months. Also, hey, shout out to all the League of Leviah. Brian Gottlieb said on stream that he thinks Leviah is one of the hardest decks in the game. Just by the way, actual game dev. Because I don't like to say that. I actually think it's like pretty cocky to be like, oh, I play the hardest hero in the game. Okay, there's our third Berserk. So if we actually want to play Berserk, we have our playset now. I think it's a bit cocky to just like pretend your hero is just the hardest in the game. A lot of people do. I don't think anyone would say Fi is, but a lot of people say their hero is like, oh, it's so hard to master you, whatever, whatever. I've always felt that Leviah had like that extra step going because you just are constantly stressed out. Like you can't just ever kick back and be like, oh, I got this game. You never get those feelings. And that definitely can relieve a lot of mental anxiety. Because otherwise, like, you are just constantly in the tank and just fearful of every single hand. But there we had Brian on stream say he thinks Leviah is probably the hardest deck in the game to master. Master, not play. Master. And he said, hats off to me and the League of Leviah for trying to get there. Imperial Edict. Actually, it's nice that I opened this because these are legendaries, right? You only need the one anyway. So we didn't pull the Warhorn. But is this one good? Name a card. That named card can't be played until the start of your next turn. If you're royal, instead opponent reveals their hand, then name a card. Go again. I don't know. Are these going to be like Crown Dromai? Like, do you actually play those in Dromai? I guess we'll find out. There we go. None of them are good, says David. Well, I guess we'll find out. We already got our gold token. All right, this is straight trolling me. This is like the one I don't care about. The one I don't care about. Give me any other Brute M. And this is sad because like this is my spoiler card. But I already was given 1 foil just for free from the spoiler thing. And then I open 2 foil and a non-foil. So now I'm just swarming with Berserks, like the one card I really don't want to play. Oh my god. That card is just... Oh, this is actually nice. I did want this. That's fine. It's my destiny. Yeah. Maybe we open even one more. Watch. I just... Like, Berserk is just not the kind of playstyle. And once again, young Arakni. Where's my adult Arakni? Come on, man. Come on. Berserk is just not the playstyle I want to push on Brute. It's just... It's once again the whole... My highs are high, but my lows are just awful. Because if Berserk doesn't hit, you spent a card to do nothing. You spent a card and a resource to do nothing. And I want to avoid those situations of just, oh, I expended resources. I did something with my turn to have no impact on the game. And that's like literally Berserk. And you can change your deck to have as least amount of non-sixes as possible. But the issue with that becomes you're at minimum going to have other Berserks. You're going to have Blood Rushes. You're going to have blues in your deck. So it's never possible to have a straight 6 deck. And if you do have as many 6s as possible in your deck, then you run into the issue of your hands being non-flexible. Like if you don't run your Unworldlies, if you don't run your Art of Wars, then it's hard to make a hand actually push more than just one attack. You become way more Scabskins reliant. And I don't want to play that way either. So not hugely excited for that card. Ah, Tiger Swipe. This one's a good M. Oh, that's a R. Yeah, so we should play Talismanic Lens and Brute. There were some Blitz builds that actually played that for Levia. All right, another Leave No Witnesses. That's not bad. I like that. That puts us at 2 Leave No Witnesses. And then 1 of the other one. So in theory, if we're buying Arakni stuff, sure, I need the hero now. I need the legs, the head, but only 3 other M's. That's not the worst. Foil Reincarnate. Hell yeah. And Heat Seeker. Is this the good one? When this hits at the beginning of your end phase, put a top card from your deck face up in your arsenal. That's interesting. I don't know if that one's one of the good ones, though. The Azalea slots actually are pretty tight when you start building an Azalea deck. You can't just throw in everything. Alright, what do we have? 3 packs left. Sheesh. Heat Seeker is a Lexi card. Is it really? It says face up in your arsenal, so you'll never be able to actually Lexi reveal off that card. So that does cut some of the flexibility in just loading something blindly. Commons. Oops, I was supposed to start putting commons here. There we go. Rare. Rares. 2 packs. Come on. Come on. Like one more spicy thing, please. Please. Just give me adult Arakni. I'll be so happy. Beaten Trackers again. Alright, last pack. I got an extra legs and Hero Arakni. Yeah, you can ping me on Discord. I really don't have a lot of money to spend right now. I'm about to take a trip to visit my sister in Ireland. So that definitely comes before spending money on cards. Sorry. Yes, at some point I will pick up those things. That's it. Jesus. Alright, well, I guess this was kind of spicy. The sleeve is spicy. The card inside, I don't know. It's okay, right? The lineup of M's, we had Heat Seeker. I do need to pick up more of the dust. I really do want to play it. Berserk again. BIOS. This thing, this thing, this thing. Cleave, Rok. Now the Rok's a bit of a waste in M as well, because I'm definitely going to pick up the full art one. Like, no question. Can't help it. Triple Berserk, though. This card's kind of cool. I don't know if it comes in cold foil or anything, so... Put this here. Another Leave No Witnesses. That's right. This. This doesn't count anymore. Ledger, Cleave. This. 1 buckle. That was okay. A surgical. My god, there's not enough room for all this. BIOS. And a gold token, which doesn't count either. I I don't know, seems pretty below curve. These are just very average. But that's all right. I never put a lot of faith into opening packs, honestly. I just buy singles. This is just a straight troll, though. What happened, LSS? Why'd you do this to me? It's all right. We'll spend some money when we have it. Finish out the decks we want. But for now, we've got Talishar. And Talishar for, like a whole month and a half before actual in-tournament play picks up again. Like in-person tournament play picks up again. So that should be fine. It's a lot of time to actually get our cards together. A lot more Dynasty will be opened. Probably not by me. And then hopefully prices dip. Then, of course, there were also the saps. Weehoo! 2 surgical? No, it was 1 surgical. 2 leave no witnesses. Alright. Let's put this stuff to the side. Oh, God. Alright, let's not cut my finger. There we go. When Rok? Yeah, I don't have like a Rok deck brood that I really want to play yet, but we can actually try. Maybe we can try to just build it. Let me see. Alright, 1 second. I'm resetting the camera. Alright. Camera reset. Let's change this. It should actually fix the, Oh, where'd I go? Yeah, I hit a surgical, but, that's only, like, what, 40 bucks? And I did buy 3 boxes. And then the Soraya, whatever the Soraya is worth. Come on. Where are you, camera? Oh, alright, there's just a button and we'll be back. There we go, perfect. And now there's no lag. I just had to unplug the other camera. Sweet. Alright, this back in play. We'll sort out all these things later. We'll pick up all the trash later. And probably brew a Rok deck right now. I think that's probably worthwhile. Love me some Rok. Alright. I really do apologize, February. I wish I could use you more. I love February. I love the dude behind it. But at the same time, I'm just way more visual, and FabDB just loads you with images. Just throws them at you. And I like this. It just makes more sense in my brain. Rok. But I can't add the Marvel Rok. That's sad. If you hit surgical, some gurus bought it out. Yeah. Surgical's not actually short printed. No, it's not short printed, and I think the assassin stuff's even easier to pull because there's extra assassin slots in a pack, right? So there's no way it could be short printed. That's just the rumor, because people want it to be worth as much money as they say. Alright, it's a Rok deck. Rok deck is not really a Scabby's deck. I actually do think I want Skullcap. This is all about the value trade. Savage. Savage Beatdown. This card. What cards say go again? Let's get those in here. Dash is actually insanely hot right now, so we'll definitely throw in the Arc Smash. Core this, I still want the Bloodrush Bellows. I actually do want the Madcap Charger. I think this as a blue is definitely going to end up being fine. We can even try it as a red in theory with like Skullcrack. Swing Fist is definitely okay as a blue, maybe a red. Where'd all the... Oh, it's because this says go again. That's right, that's right. Brute. Let's make sure we're looking at the Brute stuff. I'm not sure Alpha Rampage is worth it. We'll throw it in for now. Throw it in for now. We've got Beast Within. Definitely at least making the cut for now. Where's Skullcrack? These blue Intims are probably also fine for now. Actually, blue Madcap's definitely okay as well. Massacre won't... Massacre is interesting. Maybe it ends up making the cut. I doubt it. But it could immediately pay for things like the Swing Fist and the Madcap. Yeah, we'll try it for now. Massacre in. Where's our blue 6s? We want those as well. Where's our Wrecker Romp? Our one Wrecker Romp. Skullcrack. There you are, baby. Swing Big. Of course, we're taking that. And Wrecker Romp. Okay. What are we looking at card-wise? 54? Yeah, we're definitely cutting some stuff. This deck needs to definitely be defensive as well. We also want Energy Potion. We want Energy Potion. We also want the Ignition. Not sure as a 3 of. Probably put it at 2 right now. We want Defense Reactions. We can definitely always try to win through Reckless. We'll start that out at 2. This. Maybe that all you got as a sideboard piece. Huh. This look like it's any good yet? Maybe not. Brandish, that's what we were playing before. I don't think this card's actually good, but we were trying it before. Just to have more lines open where Tunic Blue 1 cost just enables our turn. Because the issue with Swing Fist and Madcap is that they are actually 3-card plays that you do have to discard to get them off. So just a few of the 1 cost without discarding that have go again would be nice. So maybe like Life for Life if we're playing a value plan. Life for Life ends up being that kind of card. Could be, could be. If we're also playing straight value, maybe even Heart is okay. Maybe. You wanted to say something a minute ago talking to Livia Prima? Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was talking to Livia Prima at Worlds, just chatting her up. It's funny. I only picked something up for her for a friend, actually for Dozer, if you know Dozer. He wanted a map from her, so I went and got one. And we were talking, and she knew who I was, and tried to, wound me over onto the Prism player's side, I guess, and gave me a free altar of this little spectral shield. It was so cool. She's like, you need to play Prism, and I was like, that's never gonna happen, but thank you. So in that conversation, I also asked, I think Pheno Black was even there, like if she was commissioned to start making the new art for Prism yet, and she actually said no, not yet, but it was coming. So as far as we know, the set that is going to reprint Chain and Prism does come next year. As far as I know specifically, it's probably like 10 months-ish, because that's when the Levi support was teased. And Livia has not yet started on the art for Prism. That's kind of interesting if you look at the time frame. The set is probably in 10-ish months, and she has not started to work on the Prism art for the set yet. And I think she was honest about it. I don't think she was trying to hide anything. She just legitimately was like, no, I haven't started. Anyway. E-Pots. Is this deck bad? This deck looks pretty bad. How many blues? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, 18, 19, 20. 20 seems okay. Now, one of the issues I have with FabDB right now, and it's almost a reason to just stop using the site entirely, is they took away the deck count. You used to be able to see how many cards were on the left versus the right, like when you're in the sideboard section. And it was just so nice. Like, I don't know why. I really don't know why they took that away. It makes no sense. We're taking these out. Taking these out of the core. I mean, obviously these stay in. This is what I'm trying to actually build around, I think. The Swing Fist and Madcaps are probably just not good enough. They're such large hands. Beast Within, what is it really doing? I mean, it draws you a card, an extra card. That doesn't matter. I don't think Beast Within's worth it. Because when you're actually playing these out, you almost don't want to draw the extra card. Your turn is already set. Where you're going to be doing this, the extra resource goes into Tunic. right? It's kind of always what you're trying to do. 67. Took out 6. We need to cut one more card and we'll give it a go. Maybe just... I don't think the red swing fist actually is any good. We'll just cut that card entirely. We'll go up one more Amulet of Ignition. Then we need a 2 of. Actually, there's no way blue barraging isn't at least good enough. That should also be in here. Maybe we just cut the Alpha Rampage. Then how many 6s do we really have for when we're trying to go Blood Rush or Madcap? It's not that many. Ooh, this is terrifying. It doesn't seem like enough 6s, eh? Massacre should probably be something else. We don't care about yellow, though. Like, yellow as a cost curve doesn't matter, so the yellow 6s are never coming in. I think maybe we'll just give this a go. See what happens. Give it a go and see what happens. And we'll also throw in one Alpha Rampage. One Alpha Rampage is fine. And then let's go ahead and at least get some equipment in here for Arcane. Skullhorn, definitely okay. Nullrune Gloves. And then I guess if we're going full anti-wizard, we'd also end up taking the new boots. Right, wouldn't these do something? If you do gain 1 action point, I'm sure there's some game state we could set up where that ends up doing something against wizard. Sure. Alright, it's not the right count of cards yet, but let's try it. Competitive CC it is. Would you cite an Arc Smash versus anyone besides Dash? No, but Dash is also insanely popular. Like, I played Levia. Actually, this is worth going over. This weekend, obviously I streamed for most of it. But I did play in the PTI event on the second day. And I played a straight recursion Levia. Oh. Arakni. Ayo. I guess we'll get to that in a second. Against Arakni, that all you got is actually quite good. Arc Smash is even decent because they're non-attacks. So they help you block. But then what do we take out? Oh, we can't really spare losing some of our attacks. Maybe we just go to 66. I mean, they're going to mill us anyway. Let's just do it. And let's go first just for the tunic counter and our items. Okay, nice. Yeah, so at the second day, the PTI event, first of all, literally story of my life. Let me pull up this picture. Story of my goddamn life. I bubbled out of top 8 again. Oh, thank you, Freddy. Freddy, if you heard that story at all about Worlds, I mean, it's a miracle I even ended up with the right record for top 64. 10-6 was not a very deserved record over the weekend. I literally was wasted most of that time, but it was fun. And I think spoke to the power of Levia and Blitz more than anything. My CC rounds were awful. Draft was 2-1-2-1. But then Blitz went amazing. All right, where's my picture that I'm trying to bring up? All right. First of all, once again, I did bubble out of top 8. Literally story of my life with Levia. We'll get into that once we have some freedom here. All right, I already don't love what we see. We can't even... I mean, I guess we can attack. We could Wrecker Romp just to swing in for 6, burn some cards out of our Arakni here. Let's do it. Because we don't care really about which one goes to Arsenal. Oh, actually, you know what? This isn't Levia, so Graveyard Fill means nothing. Ah, oh well. Should have just held the hand. That's alright, they're blocking with a Majestic. Heck yeah, get it out of there. Life for Life, Skull Crack. Alright, we're seeing some issues already, aren't we? What was that rock deck I played before that was actually functional? Let me go find it. I need some help. CNC. Sure. Mobile stream setup 10 out of 10. Thank you. We're fixing it. We're fixing it though. There's still other things to do. Chain is confirmed too. Yes. What was I saying here? Yeah. So first of all, bubble at 11th. The deck I played though was just straight recursion, like no wild ride, no pulping to be found. And actually, as far as the weekend goes, it was really good. Like, I was very happy with this list. My 2 losses were to Icelander because it is way harder to beat Icelander without pulping and wild ride. Like, those cards definitely help, and not having them sucked. Like, that matchup gets way harder without the potential aggression you can throw by just proactively graveyard filling, having go again, even on like poor hands, whatever. But other than that matchup, which I lost to twice, the deck was insane. I fatigued out Dash twice, just because you can side out pretty much every non-block in your list, other than the blue Deadwoods. And then you just block out. As soon as you see your Arg Smashes, as soon as you see your Arg Smashes, break their items, and they just don't have enough damage to kill you. So that worked great. Beyond that, my other matches were against... I had 2 other wins, huh? What were they against? 2 wins against Dash, 2 losses against Icelander, 2 wins against... Oh my god, for the life of me, I have no idea what I played against. That is insane. I think my brain just exploded. I have no idea what I played against. But they were wins, I'll tell you what. Haha, gotcha. We can go ahead and sink a Savage here. Oh, this is actually not bad. Because if now they pump with something else, we can just sink again, and we'll still return with Swing Big. Cut to the chase. Giving it +2. Yeah, sure, we'll sink again. I think I do want to set up the Savage Beatdown in Arsenal. We are going to go for those kind of plays, because I want to see what happens. So we're going to sink. Not actually choose the sink. Just return Swing Big, Arsenal, Savage Beatdown. And that'll be our turn. Oh, I remember. I played against a Rhinar. Was definitely one of those games. Because that game was just a complete stomp. Levia just did abusive Levia things, and I opened up with... my first turn was literally play Howl, into Shadow Blasphephet, into draw, discard Deep Rooted Evil, into banish Howl. Like, I got every single recursion piece out of the deck on turn 0. So that was an absolute stomp against the Rhinar. And then the other win was against... My god. The weekend was just so long, I don't remember, and I was so fatigued. It definitely wasn't an Arakni. Maybe it was like a Bravo? I think it was maybe a Bravo. I have no idea. Whatever. 4-2. Bubbled out again. One of the Icelander losses was quite literally I drew all reds and conceded. It just wasn't worth it. And then the other Icelander loss was off of the back of me being forced to play Art of War because otherwise I couldn't turn off Blood Debt, into them responding with Stormstriders, clearing out my hand by triggering Insidious plus Arcane whatever, or Aether whatever. And then I can't turn off Blood Debt because Art of War has no targets in hand, and I just lose. So that was super fun. I took 11 Blood Debt, and just, it is what it is. So yeah, both of those were not great losses into Icelander. Pretty unfortunate. But the wins felt good. The dash wins were like insanely easy too. Arg Smash is just so good right now. Alright, I'm actually very convinced this deck is awful. I didn't put really any thought into it. We also didn't open with Epots or the Amulets, which would make things look a lot easier. Because we just need to jam-pack the cost curve of 1-cost Pitch Blue as much as we can. Like, that needs to come first. Everything else comes secondary. So I think we just don't have enough. Look at their hand and then banish a card in their hand. Alright, so we don't really want that to hit. I also don't mind just, like, dropping everything. Yeah, sure. I don't care. My hand couldn't do anything. We're just going to play out Amulet Pass. Oh, wonderful. What a game plan we have. What a game plan. How has Savage Beatdown been so far? Literally, it's done nothing but other than taking up our arsenal as of yet. I haven't played anything. This is game 1 coming off the back of opening packs. And also not actually brewing a real deck at all. I just started clicking cards that I think might work together. But it definitely needs like a second and third pass. For sure. But this is the hand we were looking for, to be fair. This is the Savage Beatdown hand. So we'll see if we can pull it off. As long as they don't have a Leave No Witnesses or Surgical on this exact turn, that's fine. I'll eat anything else. And we even have the Arc Smash in to actually block through the Spider's Bite. So we don't care about the Spider's Bite. In fact, it's the first damage we take. So we really don't care. I'd love an app that could process the player's hand so we have perfect information. Like Fabrica gameplay. Alright, I appreciate the fact that Fabrica exists, but I don't think what they do handcam wise is worth it at all. Like it is honestly so distracting. If they pummel here, that's insane, by the way. The Fabrica stuff is just overwhelming amounts of information that make you either watch the left side of the screen because it's all digitally represented, or the right side of the screen because that's the actual gameplay. If you watch, like if you try to flit your eyes between both, it is just a mess because it's the exact same information basically shown all over the place. I just don't like it. All right, this is not great because we didn't draw into a 6. Well, that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Now what do we do? Oh my god, we just do nothing. I mean, I guess we can still play this out. But it's not going to gain +6. Holy mother. That is awful. Alright, so we do need higher 6 count and more of the 1 costs. For sure. But then again, like these are cards we definitely include in the deck. So maybe it doesn't work together. Or maybe it's just a bad hand. But I'll do it anyway. How would you balance that? I think you balance that by just showing what needs to be seen. I mean, that sounds like way too obvious. But let's see. Where's some of my old stuff? Where's some of my older stuff? Here we go. I really think this was almost like the perfect way to do it, where you've got hand cams that are zoomed in, so you really, really get good visuals on what's in there. The lighting could be better for sure. But then also, whenever a card gets played, it pops up, and it doesn't waste space, and it doesn't distract. I think this is just so much more clean. Like, just watch. This stuff was great. I miss old me. I had way more time to edit. But anyway, comes in for 8. Savage letdown. True. Yeah, this Rok deck is not doing anything for us so far, but we'll get there. It needs more 6s. Like, it definitely needs more 6s. But that's always Bruce's issue, isn't it? Needs more 6s. This card can definitely go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is just non-functional. Or maybe... No, what can we pay into anything? We can't, right? So I guess the one thing we could do is we could sand sketch out the Skullcrack. We Amulet, we Tunic, we sand sketch Skullcrack, and we 1-card hand Rock. Alright, that's our play. That's all we got. That's all we got. What's up? What's up, Tyler? Cafrica? Good people. We all miss our younger selves. I mean, that wasn't even that long ago. It was just when I didn't stream. And so when I had time, like I do on these days, I would instead just make videos like this. The other difference was, I lived closer to my friends. You know, now I don't. Oh man, these were some early days of Everfest, weren't they? This is also so scuffed. Like, this isn't even perfect yet. I had the phone just hiding underneath here. Sorry, Arakni. Happy Monday, Martin. Yeah, I need to start making these videos again. But, you know, it's hard to try to do this stuff full time when you live by yourself. Well, not by myself, but without fab people nearby. It's an extra step to coordinate. What does this one do? I don't care. These were the days, though. Just invite friends over, play some games, record it, and put out truly, truly great content. He razors. It's fine. What area am I out of? I live in upstate New York now. Next to nobody. I think my closest fab friend, it lives like maybe like 30 minutes. Actually, he might be in here. Nick, how far away do you live? Chubberdunkus. How far is that drive? What is it, like 25 minutes? But either way, like, you know, it used to be just 2 minutes away, like basically neighbors. Like, what's up, Aaron? Come over. Can no longer do that. All right, so I think the way this works, right, is I activate Tunic and in response ignition. That lucky blood rush banish? Oh, I don't actually care about that. So I think I can activate Tunic and then in response amulet, right? Oh, shoot. No, okay, so that's not how it works. Undo. How do I hold priority? Always hold priority. Here we go. No, does that not work? Isn't there a way to do this? If I amulet, do I have to amulet and then Tunic? Okay, that's how we do it. Yeah, yeah, there we go. Got it. I think that's it. Mm-mm. 25-30 isn't bad, but you know, they have to drive to me. So it's not really up to me. You know. It used to be as easy as, you know, they just walk over. But now I have to hope that their schedule is free, drive over, this, that, whatever. It's just extra steps. Skull crack. All right, I think this works. I'm pretty sure. We one card rocked. Sure, it took a Tunic and an ignition. Heck yeah. Woo! One card rock. Near Waterloo? Yeah, near Waterloo. They freaking gave me a ticket. I was driving through Waterloo. I was like 5 miles over the speed limit. And I got pulled over by a cop and they gave me a ticket. Are you serious? What is up with Waterloo, man? They just freaking stink out there. Ugh. All they have is that outlet mall. And it's not even that good. It's tacky. Do you think that level is possible on big events? You mean like with the hand cam zoomed in and all that? I mean, in a way it is, but I don't think it's... I mean, is that better than the setup I had? Maybe. Because in a way, let's see. This kind of setup requires a 4K camera so that it's recording 4K, and this is still the max quality you can get. And then this gets scaled down to 1080. But I don't think this angle is great because you have to actually ask people to hold the hand like a little bit down, which is not natural. And like you don't want people to feel unnatural on stream. It's not good. They won't want to come. Like you want it to be as effortless for them as possible. So a setup like this instead is way better because all they're doing is sitting down and playing the game. Now it's not perfect. It's not perfect because, you know, we don't get as close up, but you can recognize a lot. You can. The lighting could have been better too, honestly, at this event. Ugh. The thing with the current setup is that you don't get all the cards. I think you do. You just have to actually recognize the card by the art. Huh. Did I say no blocks already? No, here we go. Unless it's a hero, banish the top, base go again. Nothing has base go again. But our hand doesn't really do anything, and this is our last blood rush. So if we want to return damage at all, it would just be Massacre. That's pretty rough. It's keeping a lot of cards for not a good reason. This last Savage won't work. With this being our last Blood Rush. There's nothing else to really pay into. I think we'll just take the off turn. I have no idea. None of this feels good. Maybe we get the chance to just Arsenal Savage Beatdown, hold Blood Rush for next turn. That might be okay. It's a long game plan, you know? Alright, that's all they have though, right? No go again? Yep. Cool. Man, this feels so awkward. There's no way this is the right way to play the deck. But we actually do have... if we can get off this kind of turn, which of course we actually can't now because we didn't draw 6s. This card definitely shouldn't be in the deck. There was a world where we get to play Savage Beatdown on this turn into a Rock turn with our Tunic and Amulet options going into next turn. As of now, though, this is completely non-functional again. Man, this is rough. rough. And actually, in other news, I do need to go pretty soon. I can't stream all the way till 4 because I just got home like super late last night, so there's a lot I need to do. I need that extra hour in my day. So this might be all we get for Rok gameplay today. And it's not that exciting. This deck ain't right. Real Rok testing or meme testing? It was an initial idea that definitely didn't work because we built it in about 2 minutes just so we could jump into a game. Yeah, so our hand just doesn't do anything. I mean, we can attack with Madcap. It would require keeping 3 cards to do nothing. That doesn't seem any good. Doesn't seem any good at all. I guess we'll just do this. When they try to pump it, we'll Fate. And once again, just hold the hand. Easy fix. Everyone just wear chest rigs. No. You guys misunderstand that. Like, for a stream to actually get the support of the players, you need to be as non-intrusive as possible. No one wants to be on stream. Like, no high-level player wants to be on stream if it requires effort. Like, because they just want to play their game and they want to win their game. That's it. That's what they're there for. So if you start making a stream, like, just over the top. All right, like, here, wear this body harness so we get your hand strap, so we get a hand cam, like, for the viewers. They don't care. They're not there for the viewers. They're there to win the event. So, no, you need to be non-intrusive. And this kind of setup is just super simple. It's an overhead cam. They don't have to do anything special. Like, the angles are just already set. The only thing we asked them to do was represent attacks with the tokens if they wanted to. But they didn't have to. Skullcrack next turn seems okay. I think we'll leave that. Because the other thing is, I can't just have people who want to be on stream. That's not how coverage works. Like, you want the players whose games matter, like, always on camera first. If there's no one in the bubble or, like, no one undefeated that wants to be on cam, then you can start to go to anyone who just wants to be on stream, regardless of record. But you do kind of have to care about record first. Otherwise, viewers just lose interest, because not everyone is just there for the entertainment of it. A lot of people are there because they want to see the best of the best. Alright, this is nice. We like this hand. This hand will do things. So, in a perfect world, yeah, everyone who wants to be on stream are the people who are winning, and the people who are also on interesting decks, and the people who are gonna put on a good show. Like, in a perfect world, yeah, like, there's this person at the top table that's always built for stream, but that's just not the case. So you gotta work around them. Annihilate the Armed. Banish the top card of their deck. I think we'll just say pass for now. Not a huge deal. He then masks. That makes sense. I mean, he's definitely going to pump this regardless, so no reason to really throw equipment when he's holding this many cards. So we'll just save the life. And then we get a little bit more control. Opponent's attack action cards. Yeah, let's bottom that. Save our Alpha Rampage. Cut to the chase. Yeah, exactly. So it was a 3 pump. Alright, come on. Big turn. This is our Savage Beatdown turn. We just need to draw into a 6, please. He did banish 2 non-6s for us. What is my cat doing? So that definitely helped. Come on. Come on. You can do it, game. You can draw a 6. For the love of God. Oh, good lord. Alright, the other awful thing about this is we have to, if we really want to make this work, we have to make Scabs hit, play out Epot into Rolling Thunder Tunic Rock. We rolled a 4. Alright, step 1 complete. So we played our Epot. We played our Rolling Thunder. Let's hit hot, baby. 6. Give me a 6. Now, unfortunately, this Savage Beatdown is going to just get stuck. It will do nothing anymore. We're out of Blood Rushes. Unfortunate. But here we go. We can at least swing Rok for 9. Or for 12. Oh, for 12. Oh, that's right. Rolling Thunder. I guess the other way we can make this work is with the Primeval Bellows, right? In a perfect world. That's our backup. Maybe as well off the Madcaps. So it can come up. It won't be great though, but it can come up. Alright, we do have our 0 card hand for Rock Swing next turn, which is nice. Amulet Epot. I think the issue is if we just keep dumping our hands to block, that also favors Arakni because he's milling us in the end. Or I guess they. Gender neutral hero, actually. Funny enough. Oof, yeah, we are 10 cards lower than this Arakni. That is terrifying. It's a slow loss coming our way. Slow loss. Close this. I mean, at the end of the day, the other issue with just putting out more content is, unfortunately, it does have to come second. You know, I do have a job, and I do need to make money at my job. And then I also need enough free time that Sandra is satisfied first and foremost, and then we can look at streaming. Because I actually have something I need to jump on at 3 p.m., so we're already running a bit late for it, but I'm not gonna abandon the game. We'll close it out. We'll close it out here. I do need to message my friend though. Rob the Rich. Well, I mean, we can go for Savage Beatdown just as a quasi Alpha Rampage here. Just with the Massacre. So that seems okay. This kind of sucks. We'll get the full block out of it though. If they pump, they pump. It's alright. I've got a spicy ultimate build I'm going to be testing on Talishar. Perfect, Tyler. Talishar content ain't bad, is it? Oh, no! Oh, I misread this. You can only play this if you've discarded a 6 or more already. Ah, that's alright. At least we can swing for 6. At least that was available. Okay, so you actually can't use it ever as just a 3-card play. It has to actually be post a 6 discard. That's not just what's conditional for the +6. Alright, I misunderstood the card. It's Arakni Huntsman, though, so he, him, and they, them. You don't call a huntsman a I mean, huntsman's just a profession, right? That has nothing to do with gender. Like, you say You can just call, like, police. I don't know, do you say policeman overall? No, you can say policewoman. I don't know, but you do say actor, right? You do say actor as an all-inclusive term rather than actors and actresses. So, I don't think it being huntsman really says anything. It doesn't matter, though. It literally doesn't matter. Huntress. Oh, that's true. Huntress. Yes, yes, yes. Huntsman, huntress, huntswoman. James White called him a dude on Fluke's interview. Yeah, but there was the lore piece that came out that I haven't read it, but it said something about just Arakni being ambiguous. Savage Beatdown secretly so bad. Nah, there's ways. There's ways to pull it off. We'll get it working. Just not in this 2-minute brew. Okay, so here's another rock hand. We keep the swing big. This is terrifying, though. They're probably going to pump this way over the top. But in the off chance they don't. In the off chance they don't. Let's pretend. Here it comes, though. Yep. There's a shred. Probably even something else here. Now, the good news is they've got no silver. So that's not going for him. And a razor. Yep. That's fine. Nothing we can do in the end there. But there goes 6 cards. Bye-bye. Do you think Rok needs more enablers, or is Amulet Epot Tunic? I actually think there's definitely enough. This build just isn't right. We tried to split our game plan a bit too much for an early brew like this. Savage Beatdown, I think, can work. All you really need is Blood Rush, and you need just more 6s in the deck. But as long as the rest of the deck is the 1 cost where you pitch blue and it has go again, that feels pretty good. Like, that's all you need for Rok in the end. And then you have those in-between turns with Epot, Tunic, or Amulet plus those plays, or Tunic plus those plays. Surgical Extraction. Calm down, dude. Not like this. Man, we really wanted to make our play this turn, but I guess we cannot. All we do is swing big. Sigh. It's only been, I think, 1 Rok swing all game. Or was it 2? So it's definitely not coming up as much as that other version did. That other version before we had any other new brew cards. Just Rok. That version was functional. This version is a bit too much copium. Brute needs more when discarded cards. I think this set definitely gave us a big one. Skullcrack is awesome. Skullcrack is huge for pretty much any version of Rhinar or Leviah you want to play. Alright, so we're winning on the damage trade. The issue is it's going to be quite hard for us to force lethal turn after turn. We definitely have those like in-between turns that don't feel good. And our deck is running hella low. There's a lot of frightening things happening. Ah, gotcha. That all you got, boy? Just a spider's bite? Nah, definitely not. There's always more. Plunder the poor. Yeah, I wonder if we ever get this card at Arsenal now. Probably not. Actually, don't even know why I'm keeping this hand. What is going on here? But these cards don't do anything. Oh, actually, that's not true. This is a Rok enabler, because I get to Tunic plus Amulet here. Oh, that's fine, actually. These cards work. Top is fine. Cut to the chase. Dang, man. Chill with these banishes. Oh, that all you got as well. Okay. So we don't even need to use the Tunic plus Amulet right now. That actually works out to our favor, I think. So we can just swing Fist, think later, because it gains go again regardless of what the discard was. So, sure, we can do that. Not a great turn, but a turn. A turn that swings for 9. with unpreventable damage off the back of this rock. I'm sure it's super relevant. There we go, rock. So unfortunately, Massacre did get discarded because they pumped it. So I think we're just almost out of all our 6s. We've got Alpha Rampage still. What is that? No Skullcracks, no Wreckers, no Swing Bigs, no Savage Beatdowns, right? Or are those still in there? Let's see. Alright, we have one more Savage Beatdown. Maybe it's possible. Although, to be fair, that's only 1/6, right? And at minimum, we'd need 2 for our play. Oh well. We'll see if it comes up. We can dream. Slay the Scholars. Okay. Life for Life won't be live. It's unfortunate. Primeval Bellow does nothing. Also unfortunate. If we block with this whole hand, it's actually not even possible because of Energy Potion. Also unfortunate. So maybe we just roll Scabs. But that's quite a hopeful play, because we'd have to Amulet first. Oh, but then, no, that doesn't work. We can't even do Life, Energy Potion, Pitch Energy Potion rather, Amulet, Rock off Scabs. It won't work. Because Amulet, we'd have to activate first, and then it would just discount Scabs. That's not quite right. I guess this could do it. This is what we end up doing then, huh? It'll discard the E-Pot, so we block with these two. Yeah. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. I don't want to pop E-Pot and waste one resource like that. I mean, we're not going to win this game, but we can give it our best effort. Alright, so now if we hold priority, so we Amulet and then E-Pot. And then we play this, and then we play this. So it comes in for 12. So these plays are real, they just don't actually win the game. Deck needs a little bit more work. A lot more work. I just think you can't be a complete rock deck without some game-ending pressure like Savage Beatdown. Like, you need some kind of big hand that it actually is live for one reason or another. Savage Beatdown is that kind of card, but our ratio is just very bad. Our ratio is definitely not right. Reckless Swing only has the one Savage Beatdown to ever deal damage, so maybe we get there, but how do we actually deal damage for him to go to 2? Or for them to go to 2? Not looking likely. Sheesh. We can just let the Savage Beatdown go then. Then this hand doesn't even do anything. It's just a Scabs hand. Oh, this is so bad. Scabs for what, though? There's nothing going on. There's nothing. Maybe, I guess, we'll block with these. My turn is just pass. This is awful. Okay. Not like this, Rok. Not like this. Am I wrong about that Savage Beatdown? Are we out of them? Because there's one. Oh, shoot. There's the... Oh, so we're out of 6s anyway. Alright, there's nothing else we can do anymore then. The game is just over. Well, we tried. These plays are real. They just don't end the game. Okay. Well, Arakni, I'll let you act. I won't concede. You can actually deck me out. I'm sure the Arakni player will screenshot it, put it on Discord, feel really good. I decked out a Rok Rhinar. Go for it. Alright, we get one more turn, though, where we can E-Pot. Although it has to be Reckless Swing. I guess we can hold the Reckless Swing. What am I saying? We go like this. Then we just play out the E-Pot, and then we have our Rock Swing turn after next. Yeah, you can get rid of the Savage. It's fine here. All we need to do is draw one card. If they banish both cards, obviously that's awful. But we need to draw one more card. So they're going to get rid of the top card of the deck. They're going to get rid of the arsenal. That's fine. Alright, so they banish one card. Yep, this is okay. Then we play out our E-Pot. Uh-huh. And then we pass. Yes, skip arsenal. And then we can Reckless, get it all out of hand, so that we enable Rok. What a play. What a play. Alright, and then maybe they just forget to click blocks, and then Rok wins. Or maybe their hand is straight all Oasis Respites, and then they can't prevent it anyway. Although they would be able to gain life. Yeah, we're going to get outplayed, actually. Even a full hand of Oasis wouldn't do it. Alright, leave no witnesses. We'll check this out. I got something for you. A Reckless Swing that does not block, or that does not deal 2 damage. Eat that, Arakni. Well, for just clicking cards into this deck list, I think we were like 70% right. Definitely going to need some tweaking. This card was awful. I don't think Madcap actually is that good at red and blue. Maybe it's just a blue. But this is why we play the game. To get lines like this going. Look at how beautiful. On our last legs with 0 cards in deck, with only 2 block left in our equipment, we valiantly smash with Rok just one more time. Just one more time. And if our opponent is really a homie, they just take it. Rok wins. GG. GG's. Oh man! And look what happened! Rok beats paper! Take that! Or no, sorry. Rok beats scissors. Oh, I messed it up. That was my moment. That was my moment. Rok beats scissors. Sheesh. Alright, GG's opponent. That was fun. I do have to run. That went 28 minutes longer than I told my job. Here's a meme deck for you. Yeah, Bryce. But we'll fix it. We'll make it real, alright? We'll make it real. But for now, I do need to peace out. Thank you for sticking around. It was fun to chat. It was fun to open those packs and pull this wonderful legendary for anyone who didn't see. We did pull a Soraya. So that was cool. Alright, with that, goodbye, everyone.